What if I told you the real you isn't the person you think you are, that the thoughts you speak, the choices you make, even the way you see yourself, are only the tip of the iceberg? Beneath it all, hidden from sight, lies a vast ocean of forgotten memories, buried fears, and unseen desires. This ocean is called the unconscious. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." And that's the terrifying truth. Most of us are not living freely. We're living under the spell of forces we don't even know are there. Today, we're diving into that hidden world, the place where dreams whisper, where shadows live, and where the truest parts of us wait to be discovered. Once you understand the unconscious, you'll never look at yourself or your life the same way again. 1. The hidden depths of the mind. To understand the unconscious, imagine your mind as a vast landscape. On the surface lies the conscious mind, what you think, feel, and notice right now. It's like a spotlight in the dark, sharp, focused, but incredibly small. Beneath that, stretching endlessly, lies the unconscious. It holds everything you've forgotten, everything you've suppressed, every instinct, fear, trauma, and possibility. It doesn't speak in logic. It speaks in symbols, emotions, and dreams. Freud called it the hidden reservoir of desires and repressed memories. Jung went further, seeing it as a deep ocean that connects not just to you, but to all of humanity, the collective unconscious. This means the unconscious isn't just personal, it's universal. It's where myths, archetypes, and the deepest truths of human existence live. 2. The shadow you don't want to face. One of Jung's most powerful ideas is the shadow. The shadow is everything you deny in yourself, the anger you suppress, the envy you won't admit, the fears you bury, the parts of you you'd rather pretend don't exist. But here's the painful truth. What you don't face controls you. Maybe you've seen someone who preaches kindness but lashes out in cruelty, or someone who condemns others for flaws they secretly have themselves. That's the shadow at work, hidden, denied, but powerful. Jung warned, until you turn and face the shadow, you'll keep projecting it onto the world. You'll keep seeing in others what you can't admit in yourself. The journey into the unconscious means walking into the dark and finding that the monster you feared was yourself. 3. The language of dreams. The unconscious doesn't send you emails or texts. It speaks in dreams. Think of your dreams as messages in code, symbols, stories, fantasies that seem absurd on the surface but reveal deep truths when you look closer. A dream of falling isn't just falling, it's the fear of losing control. A dream of being chased isn't just about running, it's about the parts of yourself you're trying to escape. A dream of flying often points to freedom, the longing to rise above limitations. Plato believed truth often comes in symbols and myths. Jung agreed. Dreams are the myths of your personal soul. To ignore them is to ignore yourself. 4. Archetypes, the universal patterns. Jung discovered something astonishing. The unconscious doesn't just belong to you, it belongs to us all. He called this the collective unconscious. Think of the hero who must leave home, face trials, and return transformed. Think of the wise old guide. Think of the shadowy villain. These aren't just stories. They're archetypes, universal patterns embedded in the human psyche. Every culture has them. Every person lives them. That's why myths across the world, from ancient Greece to indigenous legends, mirror one another. They're not coincidences. They're the unconscious speaking through humanity's stories. And here's the powerful truth. Your life, too, is shaped by archetypes. The roles you play, the struggles you face, the journeys you take. They're not random. They're echoes of something eternal. 5. Why we fear the unconscious. But here's the question. If the unconscious holds so much wisdom, why do we resist it? Because it's terrifying. The unconscious holds not only beauty, but chaos. Not only wisdom, but pain. It contains everything we've locked away. Trauma, rage, shame, grief. Opening the door to the unconscious is like opening Pandora's box. It shakes the illusion of control. It exposes truths you'd rather avoid. It forces you to see who you really are. This is why many never go there. They live on the surface, in the spotlight of the conscious mind, never daring to dive deeper. But philosophy reminds us, the unexamined life is not worth living, and the unconscious is the place where examination begins. 6. The unconscious in daily life. You might think the unconscious is far away, buried, hidden, but it's influencing you right now. It shapes the people you're drawn to. It fuels the habits you can't break. It makes you laugh, cry, or rage without knowing why. Every slip of the tongue, every strange coincidence, every time you overreact, it's the unconscious knocking at your door. The truth is, you are already living with your unconscious. The only choice is whether you ignore it or learn to listen. 7. Transformation through the unconscious. Here's the hope. The unconscious isn't just a shadow, it's also the source of your greatest power. Jung believed the goal of life is individuation, to become whole by uniting the conscious and unconscious. That means facing your shadow and integrating it, listening to your dreams and learning their wisdom, recognizing the archetypes shaping your life, accepting that the real you is bigger, deeper, and wilder than the image you show the world. This is transformation, not becoming someone else, but finally becoming yourself. And the unconscious, strange and frightening as it may be, is the key. 8. The emotional truth. So why does all of this matter? Because too many of us live like strangers to ourselves. We think we're in control, but we're being moved by forces we've never faced. We wonder why we repeat the same mistakes, fall into the same patterns, attract the same pain. The answer isn't out there. It's in here, in the unconscious. When you dare to face it, you find freedom. When you learn its language, you find meaning. And when you unite with it, you discover wholeness. The unconscious isn't your enemy. It's your forgotten self, waiting to be remembered. So ask yourself, what dreams are you ignoring? What shadows are you running from? And are you ready to stop letting fate control you and start uncovering the hidden depths of who you truly are? Because until you understand your unconscious, you'll always be half asleep. But once you face it, you wake up. If you want more journeys like this, deep dives into truth, philosophy, and the mysteries of the human mind, make sure to subscribe to Thinker's Odyssey. This is just the beginning. The real voyage is into yourself,